Well guys, today is Sunday, and Sunday is supposed to be my relaxation day. And so what does a guy do who likes to stay busy? What's he do to relax? Well, it's called piddling around. And that's what we're going to do today. Probably going to get into a little bit of everything, little jobs here and there. But the first thing I need to do is I really need to get what we're eating for supper ready. So we're cooking some ribs tonight, so I need to get them ready and in the smoker, and then we'll start doing some little jobs around the property. So I'll be cooking the ribs on my Pit Boss pellet grill, but first I'm just going to clean it out real quick. So I had a viewer suggest to put aluminum foil down so it would help clean this up, and look at that, all the mess in one swipe. So this is heavy duty aluminum foil. In my opinion, there is no other aluminum foil. You should only use heavy duty. Alright, I got Rebecca to get me some foil. She tried to give me regular foil. We've been married for so long, I thought that she knew me by now. I only use heavy duty. Alright, cover in foil. Ready to go. So when I brought this lathe home the other day, I ended up breaking the door off the side of it, the hinge of the door, and I broke it off right here. And this appears to be cast aluminum. So I'm going to try to braze this on here and try to fix it by brazing aluminum. I've never done that before. So I took a crash course on YouTube and probably learned some bad habits. And I fully expect to probably fail at this, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot and see if we can braze this hinge that's right here, see if we can at least get that brazed back on, see how it goes. So I've already messed around with this today, and the tricky part is to get this to lay the proper way, I guess, so everything fits together. So I've already prepped my pieces. I've filed down the edges and some spots in the middle and cleaned up around it. So hopefully we're hoping that it will actually go together. Now the way I'm setting this up, I can only really braze it from one side, so we'll see what happens. So I had prepped this beforehand and I had filed the edges and cleaned up around it, but up here looked like it welded fairly good, but on the side all of it wanted to drip down and puddle onto the table. So you can see that the solder didn't flow through the other side. I actually filed some like holes in here hoping that it would flow through and it would come to the other side, but it didn't. So the trick will be soldering this side and not losing the solder on the other side. I ended up melting it a little bit. It may not be aluminum. I found an article that said it was cast aluminum. It may be a different material, but I'm going to say this probably ended up as a fail. So we're going to go ahead and give this a test. I think it's going to hold. Nope, it's not gonna hold. There it is. Well, that was a fail. Well, I tried brazing this broken off piece on there twice now, and both times it didn't hold. So I just don't think this is going to end up working out for me. I'll probably just have to clean this up a little bit, and we'll probably attach like a whole new hinge on there, and we'll do that another day. But I thought at least I'd give it a shot at trying to braze cast aluminum. It just didn't work out for me. So this week it's going to get fairly cold this week. It's going to get below freezing. So I'm going to run out to the pigs and I'm going to see if I can give them guys some bedding to at least give them something to be able to maybe help them stay warm at night for the next few days. So the pigs will spread that bale of old hay around. They'll make themselves a nice bed. So they should be warmer laying on that than any of the muddy spots in the rest of the pig pen. At least they got a dry spot to lay down. Since it's gonna freeze tomorrow, I'm gonna go ahead and do a garden harvest today and try to pick as much as I can before all this goes bad. It's a lot of peppers. So I got the first bucket of produce from the garden. That's all green peppers or colored bell peppers and a couple eggplants. We'll take that inside, and then we got to wrap the ribs. I usually do the 3-2-1 ribs, and then after 3 hours, you wrap it in aluminum foil. So let's go do that. I thought maybe I'd take the dogs for a walk and we'd go, I need to put the batteries in the game cameras and get those with the cards in them and get them where they can start taking pictures of deer so we can actually see, you know, what wildlife we have out here. I haven't had the game cameras running all summer, so we'll go get them all set back up. Well, this used to be a trail. It doesn't look like much of one anymore. It's overgrown. Here's this big oak tree that's been dead for about 2 years. I've been wanting to cut it down. You can tell it's already starting to rot a little bit. At least the bark and stuff's coming off. Well, that still feels pretty hard. It's probably got some good wood still left inside of it. Hopefully I'll get that tackled this winter. Well, it came on. Looks like the batteries are still good in this one. So right through here, I took that hay bind through here and cut the grass, and you can see it's still completely green. It hasn't even dried hardly at all. That's this cold weather. It's too late in the year to try to make hay with this. It just won't dry. There we go. Well, gotta find Sydney. She's obviously preoccupied with something here in the woods. Well, the house looks pretty nice from here. Looks like somebody's coming over on a side-by-side. Guess I need to see who's stopping by. Well, that ended up being my parents. They drove their side-by-side over here. They live about 7 miles away from us, and they stopped by for a little bit. So I got one more game camera that I need to get powered up, and then it'll be time to go ahead and put some barbecue sauce on them ribs. Looks like a squirrel or something's tried to chew on it. So this camera's down here by the creek, and it for sure gets the most pictures on this one. It's kind of in a low-lying area. The deer like it down here. So if I ever do bow hunt, that camera is right over there, and then behind me here in that tree is one of my deer stands, and then probably somewhere, let me get out here, probably somewhere right in here where the deer, there's a trail that goes through here. I think that's exactly 30 yards away from that deer stand. I've never got a deer with a bow, and probably because I hardly ever hunt with a bow. That's probably one main reason. One of these days, maybe one of these days we'll end up getting one. So in the short time period that my parents stopped by, it seems like the sun went away. Now it's all cloudy. So it's not quite as beautiful of a day anymore. They look good. I think if I try to flip them over, they're going to fall apart. So we're just going to put barbecue sauce on one side. Well, I think another half hour on those ribs will let that barbecue sauce caramelize. I think they'll be ready to eat. So I can definitely tell it's got cooler out here now that it's gotten cloudy, and it's definitely cooling off. It's going to get like below, freezing every night this week, and then it's going to end up getting down in the lower 20s. So definitely hitting that colder weather. Going to definitely have a hard freeze this week, and that's going to, like I said, that's going to end up killing off the garden, and then that's going to end up being done. There's still a few cold weather crops out there that'll probably do okay, but pretty much most of the garden will be done after today. And yeah, it's finally starting to set in. You can feel, it's definitely feeling like fall nowadays. It's been long sleeve, shorts, sweatshirt weather every day here lately. So I do like this time of year, probably because there's less chores to do. Let's see if I can find something to do, keep me busy for the next half an hour. Ah, there we go. This is the top link to the Case tractor, and it's pretty well seized up. It doesn't want to turn. Let's see if we can take this apart. Oh, All right, this may take longer than a half an hour. Man, I am not gonna have any luck today. Oh, it went. There we go. Come on. Oh yeah, we got lucky on that side. Little rust coming out of there. Man, what a workout that was. Whew, I didn't think I was gonna get that apart. I thought that one was gonna beat me. Well, it's probably been longer than a half an hour. I need to get them ribs off the grill. There we go. So this is the last set of ribs from last year's pigs, and ended up seasoning that with Holy Gospel barbecue from the Meat Church. I bought that at Academy Sports, and I know that Meat Church does a YouTube channel where they do different barbecue cooking, so I thought I'd try out their seasoning and see how it does. So I'm gonna go ahead and head inside, and me and Rebecca are gonna eat these up. Don't need a knife for these. Man, I am stuffed. Those ribs were good. Me and Rebecca, we ate them all. There's none left. We ate that whole slab of ribs. So let's go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and work on that top link some more, see if we can get that oiled up and put back together. You probably didn't see it. That just like a whole blast of dust blew out of that thing. So this side came apart fairly good. And I think it'll go together all right. This is the one with reverse threads. So the one on the other side, the threads are very well messed up here on the end. The first 2 or 3 threads are just completely mangled. And then right here, it looks like somebody hit it with a hammer. So the threads are not very good on this one. I've tried to clean it up the best I can. I may take a file to it real quick and try to clean that up just a little bit on that end. And then we'll see if it threads in, if we can get it to thread in fairly easy or not. Well, it's definitely going in a lot easier than it came out, so I think that's gonna work. Definitely still needs something done to clean up the threads. Well guys, that was my relaxing Sunday. May not have seemed relaxing to you, but for a person like me that likes to stay busy, it was nice to be able to kind of pick and choose what you do, pick some small jobs, nothing that was necessarily had to be done or had to be successful at, right? Obviously I wasn't successful at trying to braze that aluminum cover back together, but that was a fairly relaxing day for me. I got to take the dogs on a walk. My parents ended up coming over. We visited with family for about an hour or more. So fairly relaxing day for me. So anyway, that was it, guys. Just sharing my Sunday with you, my piddling around. Staying busy, but yet taking it easy at the same time. At least that's how I see it. So, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. For some reason, Sydney likes to fight on the ground, like on her back. I've got to admit, this is the most playful dogs I've ever owned in my life. They're very highly energetic, and this is the norm. This is normal. They just like to play around.